Jamal Khashoggi was killed and dismembered after he entered the Saudi consulate in Istanbul by a Saudi team suspected to be acting on orders of Crown Prince Mohammed bin Salman. 1 year later, his murder is being marked around the world with somber events, like this one last week in Washington, where 11 members of Congress took part. Since his death, the U.S. Congress has repeatedly clashed with President Donald Trump, voting to restrict U.S. arms sales to Saudi Arabia and to end U.S. military operations in the Saudi-led war in Yemen. Democratic Congressman Jim McGovern told VOA the president refuses to hold bin Salman accountable.
The bottom line is we should not be selling them weapons or providing them military assistance. That ought to be the consequence. And you see a bipartisan majority in the House and Senate that have been sending the president bills to limit certain weapon sales. The president has been vetoing these things.
Trump and Secretary of State Mike Pompeo have not wavered in their support for the Saudi royal family. The president has cited economic concerns for not damaging ties with Riyadh.
It's a very simple equation for me. I'm about make America great again, and I'm about America first.
I think Secretary Pompeo and President Trump have made their calculations with respect to Saudi Arabia, and so I think that is what we're seeing play out right now. We have a Saudi Arabia that has been very actively engaged in a conflict in Yemen, pretty much on a blank check from the United States.
Trump's personalization of U.S.-Saudi ties has not been helpful in dealing with the Khashoggi murder. Middle East expert Yasmin Farouk told VOA.
But the end result of it is that a strategic relationship between the U.S. and Saudi Arabia today really hinges on the personal decision of the President of the United States more than it hinges on an institutional assessment of the importance of this relationship for the U.S. national security interest and for the U.S. strategic interests in the Middle East.
As Saudi Arabia tries to open up to tourism and international investment, Farouk says the Khashoggi murder will taint the kingdom for many years to come. Saine, VOA News, the State Department.